As humans, we have a natural tendency of wanting to stay where we feel comfortable. New experiences can feel kind of scary and intimidating, and achieving major goals often feels impossible because we convince ourselves that we're not qualified to reach them. We're young, we're inexperienced, we just haven't done enough. So we don't start. We tell ourselves that we have to be better prepared. We need to learn more, we need to plan more, we need to get all the best gear. We need to feel ready. And then, but only then, will we get started. The problem is that, as with most things in life, we're never truly ready. There's always going to be more to learn, there's always going to be more to plan for, and there's always going to be newer and better equipment to purchase. And ultimately, what all this indecisiveness culminates into is lack of action. And unfortunately for us, lack of action turns into self-loathing. We feel bad for ourselves for being stuck in life. We get mad at ourselves for not doing more. We start feeling depressed. So in an effort to feel better, we tell ourselves, I'll get started someday. I want to do it, it's just not that simple. Life is complicated. But is it though? Sure, I mean, some things in life are complicated. I mean, open heart surgery is probably complicated. Landing humans on the moon is probably complicated. But outside of mind-blowing tasks like those, the reality is that most things in life are simple. You're the one that's overcomplicating them. Let's take getting into shape, for example. It's complicated, right? You have to find the right routine. You have to learn how to meal prep and count your calories. You have to learn what every single machine in the gym does so you don't look stupid trying to figure them out. And then after you've done all of that, you still have to spend months reposting Chris Bumstead on Instagram so people know that you're gonna look like him one day. Right? No, that's obviously wrong. The truth is, getting in shape is actually very simple and straightforward. In fact, it really only takes 2 steps. Step 1, eat well. Focus on eating meals that are nutritionally balanced and made with real ingredients. Don't eat junk food. Step 2, exercise. Work out consistently and then regularly increase your intensity over time. That's it. Of course, it's more nuanced than this, but the reality is that this is all you need to know to get started. And before you come for me in the comments, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's easy. Exercising and getting in shape is hella hard. But what I am saying is that it's really not that complicated. It's hard, but simple. You get what I mean? And the crazy thing is, nowadays, you don't even have to come up with your own routine. Just hop on ChatGPT and say, create a workout program aimed at losing body fat, and in literal seconds, you will have a whole workout plan ready to go. It's really that simple. And 99% of goals in life are also that simple. So, how can we stop overcomplicating them? Well, I recently came across this practice that at first sounded deceivingly easy, like too easy to be true. But then I started trying it and I realized that it worked. But it's so easy to do that when you have a goal or a task that you want to accomplish, but it just seems too complicated or too daunting. All you have to do is ask yourself one simple question. What is the next smallest task I can accomplish to get closer to this goal? Let's go back to that workout example for a second. If you want to work out, but it just seems too complicated or too hard to get started, or maybe you just don't have the motivation, ask yourself, what's the next smallest task I can do to get 1 inch closer to working out? Put on workout clothes, right? The next smallest task after that, fill in a water bottle. After that, drive into the gym. And you continue doing this until before you know it, you're in the middle of an intense workout, all because of this simple question. And the question can be applied to all areas of life, right? Struggling to study? Start by opening up a textbook. Been putting off the dishes? Start by putting soap on the sponge. The reason why this works so well is because even though you have this big task or this big goal that you're trying to accomplish, you're breaking it down into minute steps, right? Steps that you can easily accomplish without feeling like you're doing too much. Yeah, working out is hard. It hurts, it doesn't feel good. But you know what's easy? Putting on gym clothes. And on top of that, breaking down these big tasks into small goals and then accomplishing those goals creates a chain of victories. You're creating these tiny wins over and over again so that by the time you make it to the gym, you're feeling like a winner. And you know what winners do? They work out. Anyway, it's kind of funny, but this entire video actually came about as a result of me asking myself this question. I had been struggling all week to come up with my next video idea and write my next script. I would sit down and brainstorm only to come up with nothing. I would come up with something that I wasn't really excited about and then try to get started on that, only to get stuck because I didn't want to do it. I spent time watching videos and reading Instagram posts that just were kind of inspirational to look for something, and nothing was working. Should I even ask ChatGPT to help me come up with ideas? And that wasn't very helpful. Anyway, to make a long story short, I was doing all sorts of things to try to find some inspiration, only to end up frustrated and with nothing to show for it. Until finally I asked myself, what's the next smallest step I can take to write a video script? Well, open up my laptop and then just start writing. And I know it sounds kind of silly, but I did both of these things. I didn't give myself any topics or any guidelines. All I had to do was start writing. And when I did, the entire script came together like I'd been planning this for weeks. That's when I realized that I had literally been doing everything except the thing that I wanted to do. The most simple and most obvious answer ended up being the solution. It was right in front of me the whole time, and I just kept missing it over and over again. That is the power of this question. So this week, I want to challenge you to do the same. What is a goal you want to achieve but haven't started? What is a task you've been putting off because it just feels too complicated? Take that goal or task and just ask yourself, what is the next smallest step that I can take to get just a tiny bit closer to achieving this? And once you've identified the step, take it. And then do it again, and again, and again for all areas of your life. And watch how your life slowly starts to change. I promise you that you will start to see some remarkable changes. But if you're still not convinced, then maybe the next smallest step you can take is to watch this video next. It covers a very similar topic, but it's different enough to keep things interesting, so go check it out. But with that said, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.